Hey guys, so this morning I woke up feeling just really depressed, feeling kind of lost and confused. I actually went to bed feeling that way. I did a clearing yesterday and there seems to be something that I'm letting go of, and it's kind of creating more space, I think, in me. And so a lot of times when we let go of a certain energy of ourselves or a certain part of ourselves, or we have a bit of an ego death on some level. And it doesn't necessarily even mean like a puffed ego or a wounded ego. It means a part of you that you identified with. And it could even be like a contract or a mission, kind of like you had on an energetic level. So that's that's the weirdness of what happened yesterday. Letting go of something that I called in my 20s. Something that a mission I wanted to be on in my 20s, and I called it in. And I remember calling out to the angels and calling in this mission, and I just had this whole time with myself yesterday on this massage table here, just clearing it and letting it go and doing this certain kind of clearing statement to let this go so that I can have another possibility of opening up to something different. And it's not easy. I have to say, it's not an easy process to let go of something that not only you were attached to and defined by on some energetic or etheric level, but that gave you a sense of how to proceed and what to do in the world. Um, so yeah, I'm feeling really confused. Has anyone ever had that happen? Um, yeah, I'm curious. We're all here learning together and remembering together, and I didn't realize that moment in my 20s that had created this until this morning when I sat down with my journal, doing a lot of writing today. Yeah, I've been just playing with the ideas that are coming all through here, and it's just lots of writing, lots of just tuning in to what's next, what's going on. There's just lots of different levels of being a human being, lots of different levels. And then you add in that ascension process and the awakening process, and you start to become aware of how many energetic pieces there are. My friend was talking to me about fractals of ourselves, and that word fractals, yeah, that really aligned with me. Like, we have all these, we ultimately are from source, right? And then we fractalize into kind of a creation energy, and we fractalize even more into all these different dimensions and possibilities. And it starts to, there's a little fuzzy. It starts to get me a little confused. So I am in this space of just being kind of raw right now, and lost. Yeah, the depression has lifted a bit, but the lost and confusion is there. And guys, this is part of the human experience. This is part of awakening. It's part of ascension process, is having these moments of releasing. And wherever you are in your journey, there's times when we have guides. We have guides that are kind of ourselves, but they're guiding us. And a lot of times we grow out of them, or we expand out of those certain guides. And I remember this happened when I was with Reiki, Holy Fire Reiki, that there was this whole process we did to upgrade our guides. And I feel like I'm in that process right now with where I am in my life of upgrading my guides. And it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable because we get comfortable with where we are. We get comfortable with the vibration that we are. Yet it's in our nature to keep expanding, and that's where I'm at. It feels very uncomfortable to leave this space of myself. This this, I don't know if it was an angelic mission. I'm not quite sure exactly. I don't have the exact what it was, but it's like there was some kind of mission. We'll call it an angelic mission, and that I really got to the frequency of, and it was feeling so light and expanded. And then all of a sudden, I became aware of it and realized that I was expanding past it, and I had to let it go. And it feels like letting go of like a friend. Feels like letting go of, feels like a divorce of some sort. I don't even know. It feels so, that I'm spinning out in the universe. It feels kind of weird. So anyway, I wanted to just say, hey, just show up raw with what's going on with me. And this is the process. So, there's a lot to play with here. There's a lot to play with. And I thought, whenever what I teach and my perspective is that when I'm feeling, some lower vibrational things like lost and confused, I've spiraled down in my vibration. That's okay. It's teaching me something. It's giving me a little bit of contrast to, rise back up. But as I'm in this space, I can broaden my perspective and know that it's okay. This too will pass. I've been here enough times to know that, yes, this will pass. This isn't going to last forever here. And that it's letting me know that maybe I'm in my head a lot about it as well. And that maybe I want to get out of my mind a little bit. So I wanted to share this song with you. I really feel like getting back to our joy is our choice, is my choice. So getting back to my joy is my choice. And so I have a little song that I wrote some years ago, I guess 7 years ago now. It's called Are You Open to the Joy? And I swear all my songs are little antidotes for myself of where I am. And through the years, they've almost been like, my therapist. My songs are my therapist. It's like one of my higher selves comes through, gets the song out, and then I learn a lot from the song, from writing the song, from singing the song, and then the lesson is given to me through the song. So it's kind of cool. So anyway, this is Open to the Joy. This is what it looks like. Lots of changes, and that's interesting being a songwriter. It really goes along with, the personal growth journey. Anyway, stay open to the joy, peeps. Spiral back up. These harder feelings let us know that something was important to us. And yet we can still go back up and choose joy. So I'm in kind of a little bit of a mourning, I guess, a grief to letting this piece of me go, and knowing that I can still smile through it and still experience joy while I'm learning to be with this new space of mine and these new guides of mine, and see what happens from there. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy that lives in my heart. Those stories in my mind that I tell begin to cast a spell, makes a web that can hold my life tight, keeps me from what's bright. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy that lives in my heart. Ooh, do, 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 do. It's gonna be my part. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy that lives in my heart. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy that lives in my heart. So open to the joy. Change my story, change my mind, change it all. All that I've defined. So that's the thing, guys. All that I've defined, I get to change right now. And sometimes the things that we define become unconscious. And I think this is what happened with me, is like I became unconscious that I made that choice to take on a certain mission in my 20s. And as you grow in awareness, that's your awakening. You grow in awareness and you realize that I realized that's what I did. And then you get to keep choosing it or not. Does it feel like a glass ceiling or does it feel like an open funnel? And for me, it started to feel like a glass ceiling. So change your story, change your mind, change it all that you've defined. Make a choice, make it real, look at life's ever-changing deals. And that's what's really cool about life, that all these deals are changeable once you have awareness that they're there. But when you've been living from something for so long, changing it is uncomfortable. We can see that in the physical world, right? When we leave a job or leave a relationship. There's a certain comfort we're leaving. There's a certain familiarity and a certain security that we're leaving. And so I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know if this channel is going to change, what my journey is. I have a lot of interests. I'm a musician and a singer, and I'm actually an artist, and I've had a lot of interests in awakening and ascension work and healing and helping people and facilitating and coaching and decreasing the suffering and shining the light. I just don't know. I don't know where this shift is going to lead me. And I don't know what that means for my businesses, this channel. It's going to be interesting to see what unfolds. But one thing is for sure, right? I'm going to keep working my own process. And maybe that's what I'll be sharing the most of these days. So it's a good question to ask ourselves, are we open to the joy? I know sometimes, like yesterday, I was kind of like stuck in this vortex on the table. Like I was going through this process and it was like, I couldn't move out of it, right? And it actually wasn't very joyful at all. So there's times that we just kind of have to be in that intense vibration. And then today, the funnel's opened a little bit more and I can access the joy. I can start telling a different story and like undefined things and go into the unknown. But sometimes we have to incubate. Sometimes we have to incubate and invite it in. So this morning, I never know how long something's going to last. So when I woke up this morning, I was kind of like, okay, here we go. I've been in kind of intense states. Some people would call depression. I think they were just adjustment periods for a few days, for a few weeks, and I've been in them for months. And so adjustment periods that people call depression, sometimes we're just adjusting frequencies, okay? And if you're having a hard time like spiraling back up into your natural state of joy, it might not be time to. There's some information that's getting integrated, or there's some information of the contrast that is serving you. For me today, seems to be kind of shifting a little bit. I'm the funnel's been open. I can get back up to joy, yet still feeling something a little different too. So when some people say like you can only be one vibration at a time, I actually don't believe that. Because I feel light, I feel joyful, but I also feel there's something over here too. There's something a little denser. The lostness is still there. There's a grief that's still there. So I feel like I'm holding both. And I think it's possible, especially when you step into being a multidimensional human. So if you're multidimensional, then you're probably feeling a lot of different things all at once. That's what I feel like right now. I feel like I'm in several different places all at once. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'll see you tomorrow and let you know how this is resolved or what's going on. And in the meantime, how are you feeling? Share your story down in the comments and see if you are open to the joy. Beautiful people, have a wonderful day. Namaste.